$300 billion. $300 billion is the price tag of stress in the United States. Now, that is a lot of money. Do you agree? Yes, I agree as well. My name is Wendy Garvin Mayo. I'm a nurse practitioner and stress solution strategist. And what you may or may not know about me is that I am the CEO of the Stress Blueprint. I am a president of a nursing organization. And many would say that I am a bold and confident nurse leader. But you see, it wasn't always that way. In March of 2020, stress had me paralyzed. As I sat on the couch breastfeeding my newborn son, in the presence of my new husband and elderly mother, watching the number of COVID-19 deaths on a TV screen increase. I sat there in fear, uncertainty, and overwhelm, trying to make a decision. Do I stay home and play it safe with my family? Or do I return to the front lines to serve cancer patients? I struggled for months trying to make a decision. And then all of a sudden, like a ton of bricks, it hit me. The words of my grandfather: in this chapter of your life, you have to set your sail. Those words resounded so loudly with me that I made the decision to go back to the front lines and honor my commitment to serve cancer patients. See, now I am passionate about helping people transform their lives through stress management, because we have a tendency to wear stress as a badge of honor. We have a tendency to allow stress to prevent us from showing up, from aligning with our purpose, from showing up as a leader. And that is a problem, because people are waiting on you. They're waiting on your leadership. They're waiting on you to show up. They're waiting on your vision. They're waiting for you to innovate your vision, to inspire them to see your vision, to influence them, to mobilize them towards your vision, and more importantly, to impact their lives with your vision. So how many of you have ever allowed stress to keep you stuck or from gaining momentum? How many of you? Well, you are not alone. Over 70% of individuals experience stress that keeps them stuck. And stress is not something to wear as a badge of honor, because it impacts our mental and physical health. So what are we talking about here? What is stress? Stress is a biological response to stressors. It could be an external stressor, which we don't have control over, but we have control over how we respond to it. An example of that are people, life situations. Or it can be an internal stressor, which we have more control over because it's happening internally, such as our thoughts, our self-talk, our limiting beliefs. All of those things cause stress. It's important that we evaluate that. So I want to give you some things to think about. But before I do that, let's talk about the types of stress. Is that okay? So we have acute stress. Many are familiar with fight or flight. That's an example of acute stress, short-lived. Then we have episodic stress. It lasts a little longer. An example of that can be public speaking. But once you're done and you walk off the stage, you are all good. Then we have eustress. How many of you have heard of eustress? No? Eustress is an excited stress. You're excited, but it's still a stress response. So that can be a wedding, a pregnancy. If you were planning on being pregnant, that's an example of eustress. But then we have chronic stress. Chronic stress is everlasting. You feel like it's never going to end. An example of that can be the pandemic or past traumas that you haven't dealt with. The problems with chronic stress is that it's associated with depression, anxiety, suicide, diabetes, hypertension, acid reflux, impotence for men, infertility for women, autoimmune disease, and some cancers. Many people underestimate the power of stress. That's why it's so important for us to manage it. So we have to take some time to manage stress. It takes time. And you have to set that time aside to do a self-assessment. So we have time right now. So I want you to think about the things I'm about to say and apply it to your life. Because I want you to walk out here and really do a self-assessment so you can live your best life. So I want you to think about your stressors. What are they? Are they things can you control them? Can you not control them? Are they internal or external? What's the story around your stressor? What's the who, what, and why around your stressor? Next, I want you to write down or think about what is your vision or your purpose? How does your stressor impact your vision or your purpose? Because that's going to be used as your motivation to get it together. Next, what's in your toolbox? What do you already have and possess to help mobilize you towards your purpose? Or who or what do you need to help you mitigate or alleviate this stressor? Next, what is your plan? You have to put a plan together. What is your SMART plan? What is your what is your specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timed plan? And next, execute. When are you going to execute that plan? And there's no better time than now. I am so grateful that I get to help individuals and organizations manage their stress to transform their lives and overall enhance their wellness, their health, and overall well-being. And there is nothing else I'm looking for than more opportunities to transform lives through stress management. So I know my next partner is in this audience. And I am looking forward to meeting you so we can decrease the cost of stress in the United States. My name is Wendy Garvin Mayo. I'm a nurse practitioner and stress solution strategist, and you can connect with me at stressblueprint.com. Thank you so much.